What's up, you guys? It's Adam Hume here with another 5 meaningful minutes. And today I was reading Proverbs chapter 6 and I came across a list of things that God hates. Now, thankfully, I did not find myself in that list. I am not something that God hates, but I did find some things that I can do sometimes that God hates. God never hates me, but he hates the things that I do because they're sinful. And so I need to make sure that these things are not in my life. Prayerfully and with much determination and consideration, I need to make sure that I exnate these things from my life. So I wanted to share it with you today and make sure that you don't have any of these 7 things in here as well. And I asked myself, why does God hate these things so much? And I did some reading and all that sort of stuff, and I found out that all these things, all 7 of these things, have to do with the way we interact with other people. And so God hates these things because they're almost an attack or an affront on the people around us. And so that's why he hates them so much. So if you want your relationships to improve, and if you want your relationship with God to improve by getting some things out of your life that he doesn't like, listen up to this list, evaluate it as we go through it, and make sure that you don't have these things. So let's read the passage of Scripture, Proverbs 6:16 through 19. It says this: "There are 6 things that the Lord hates, 7 that are an abomination to him: haughty eyes, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked plans, feet that make haste to run to evil, a false witness who breathes out lies, and one who sows discord among brothers." Now, some of those are pretty easy to understand, but I broke all 7 down for us really, really quick so that we can make sure that we fully know what these things are. I just kicked the camera, that God hates, so that we can make sure we get them out of our lives. Number 1, pride, haughty eyes. God doesn't like pride. He doesn't like us thinking that we're better than people around him. So what do we need to do? We need to put humility in our lives and consider others better than ourselves and serve other people like Jesus did. And number 2 thing God hates is lying. And not lying about others, we're going to get to that, but lying about ourselves. Being able to think more highly of ourselves than we ought. Being able to cover up for our mistakes and our misgivings. Being able to lie to ourselves in our heads sometimes and think that we're not all that bad, or this doesn't hurt me, or this didn't really matter. Just not telling the truth about yourself. The number 3 thing that God hates is cruelty towards other people. What that means is doing things, whether it's an action or an attitude or speech, that harm other people. If you're doing something that is cruel towards another person, God hates that, and he wants that out of your life. He wants you to treat people with kindness, and he wants you to be a good neighbor. And so you got to get cruelty out of your lives. He wants you to consider other people. The number 4 thing that God hates is wisdom in sin. Now listen to this. This was really interesting. It says here, a heart that devises wicked plans. And so there's this imagery of someone who thinks a lot about wicked things. And I kind of broke this down towards wisdom in sin, meaning we think about our sin. We think about when we're going to do it, who we're going to do it with. We plan it out almost. And so what we're really doing there is sin management and not sin annihilation. We're managing our sin, planning for it, instead of trying as hard as we can to get rid of it. God hates that. He wants you to annihilate sin, not manage sin in your life. The number 5 thing is excitement towards sin. God hates it when we take joy in the evil things we do, in the laughing at someone else, the causing dissension in a group or an organization. Whatever it may be that is sinful, God hates that when we take joy in those things. And so if you're taking joy in any sinful act, you need to make sure that you stop that, because God hates that. He wants you to have sorrow in your heart when you do something that offends him or offends or hurts the people around you. The number 6 thing is lying, but instead of lying about ourselves, God hates it when we lie about other people, when we lie about coworkers, when we lie about people we don't even know, when we share things that aren't truthful, or we gossip or slander other people. God hates that. And so we need to make sure that we tame our mouths and are not saying things that are untruthful about the people around us. And the number 7 thing that God hates, he hates discord in relationships. He hates people that gossip and slander and cause other people not to trust or to have negative feelings towards others that they may not know. God hates people that sow discord, especially in families, as it mentions here. And so that can be an actual family, or it can be a community or a group. God hates people that sow discord. And so, man, as I read through this list of 7 things today, I just took a moment to sit back and reflect and go, God, examine my heart and see if there's any wickedness in me. See if any of these things are in me. And if there are, help me to know the good things to replace it with. And so anyways, I hope that as you listen to this today, you take some time to evaluate whether or not one of these 7 things are in your life. And if they are, try as hard as you can to get it out, because God hates it. Hey, thanks a lot for watching these 5 meaningful minutes. I hope that you have a great day.